So, the million-dollar question, how do you bid successfully at auction? Well, a lot of people will tell you there's no trick to it. It's all about he or she, whoever has the deepest pockets, they're going to be the ones who are successful on the day. Look, financial resources is obviously a huge factor, but there are a couple of tricks you can use on the day. Okay, at an auction, you have the animal spirits of capitalism at their most pure. And I can tell you the laws of the jungle absolutely apply. What do I mean by that? Well, it is absolutely possible to intimidate other buyers at the auction, to make them hesitate, to make them think twice about putting that next bid in. How do you do it? Well, when you make your first bid, and I'll tell you in a moment about when I think you should make your first bid, but when you do it, put that paddle up confidently, assertively, and very calmly. Kind of like James Bond winning a movie. Body language is extremely important. Not just your body language, but observing the body language of others at the auction. So for that reason, 2 other quick tips. Wear sunglasses and sit at the back of the auction room so you can observe others. Bid fatigue is absolutely a thing. What is bid fatigue? Well, let me give you an example. You've got 2 buyers in an auction, and it seems like it's just a 2-horse race. They're going bid for bid, dollar for dollar. They're going at it hammer and tongs. The increments are getting smaller and smaller, until finally the auctioneer's just about to put his gavel down for the 3rd time. And then, all of a sudden, out of the blue, a fresh buyer comes in and blows everyone out of the way. When this happens, you can literally see not only the people in the race, but everyone else who thought they may have been in with a shot, you can see them just become absolutely deflated. So for that reason, my number 1 advice to you is budget dependent. Your first bid should really be when the gavel's going to go down for the 3rd time. As with most things in life, preparation is key. If you're going to bid confidently at the auction, you need to be confident. And the best way to be confident is to be totally prepared. Make sure you've done all your due diligence on the property. Make sure you've done a pest and building inspection. Make sure your solicitor has been through the contract and reviewed it for any nasties. Absolutely make sure your finance is pre-approved. A couple of other quick things. You need to make sure you bring a deposit check to the auction. How much? Well, it needs to be 10% of the purchase price. Now that's difficult to ascertain before the auction's finalised, but I normally say bring 10% of the maximum that you're willing to bid. If you end up getting it less than that, you can normally get a refund on Monday. The other thing that you need to make sure that you do is bring along any amendments that your solicitor has negotiated for you. They will rarely be incorporated in the final version of the contract that the auctioneer has. You're going to have to show that to the auctioneer after the auction, and he can make those amendments by hand. If it's all too difficult for the auctioneer, and sometimes it is, don't stress, your solicitor's going to be able to sort it out on Monday. So in summary, be confident, don't bid too early or too often, and preparation is key.